Are we thinking October can be a thing or no?
I shouldn't, dude.
No, for Freight Ranch.
Both of those things?
You guys crush my dreams.
Your wife would let you do that?
Dude, I make the pants.
You make the pants? I'm pretty sure she wears. She works the sewing machine.
I'm sitting there sewing them. I'm growing jeans and cotton and spandex.
Growing denim.
Oh my god!
Cultivating string.
Yeah, dude, I'm making dirt from ribs.
Yeah, dude, picking cotton, weaving the fibers,
forging buttons.
Yeah, dude.
Are you recording yet, Greyson?
Yeah.
Okay. Jared.
Yeah.
Remind me of something.
Yeah, dude, you're supposed to tell us something when we're on.
Okay. Oh, BC whiskey time.
Yeah, dude, BC
okay,
whiskey
BC
time.
whiskey time. No. J6?
J6.
Gonna censor that. I know what this is.
What is it?
I'm not gonna tell. I wrote it down. It's right there. And when you reveal, I'm going to share my screen. Wait,
Did you smell it?
I'm going to timestamp this.
Okay,
Just take a screenshot or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
Okay, screenshot.
So you know what it is.
Or text it to me and I won't say anything.
Did you look at the email?
It's so yellow.
I looked at the email when they were first being sent.
Oh,
but when you guys went to DMs, like I don't remember any of the bottles he listed, any of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I was just going off the color because you got those nice clear sample bottles and knowing what I know about you and what I'm also sampling right now.
What are you sampling right now?
I can't tell you because I think they are one and the same.
Well, you think it's something else?
No, I think I accidentally grabbed what you sent us as a sample.
You accidentally grabbed what I sent us?
Okay. Coincidentally.
Okay. Oh, okay. Just by accident. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I accidentally might have bought stuff today.
What does that have to do with it?
I don't know. Just accidentally I do stuff too, Blake.
Okay, I told you, maybe wrong word choice. Coincidentally, I think what I'm sampling is something you might have sent us.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't usually see my staircase, right?
Nope.
Greyson
is so worried.
Dude, this isn't even your guess. This isn't even Don
I'm
Clark.
not worried. I just want it to look good. It looks different.
No, that looks pretty good. Hold on.
I feel like the background looks normal, but I look too different from the background.
Okay, hold on. There's a way we could quickly compare this.
Are you pulling one up?
All right, so what are we doing for the next 15 minutes other than me freaking out?
Should we pour these? Is he doing it with us?
Yeah.
So don't pour it yet?
Don't pour it yet.
We'll all pour it together. Which I may have already poured. Who knows? If this is what I think it is and that's what you think it is, then this is what it is.
So you think it's early times?
No. It's not. I don't think it's dark enough for early times.
Definitely dark enough for the new early times, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
This is not the same juice. There's no way.
No.
It can't be the same yeast. It can't. No way, dude.
What are you drinking?
He's drinking the new
early times.
Oh, okay.
Blake thinks I'm trying to give you guys a bottom shelfer, or that I don't have faith in the sample because I told you guys not to drink anything.
Up his game with
too
that
fancy
stuff.
What?
You're trying to up what this sample's going to taste like after drinking that.
Maybe. I don't know. I honestly just wanted to give this a fair shot. I haven't touched it since we opened it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so, this is the first pour that I've had in 2 months from this bottle.
Okay.
So,
what's your thoughts?
Well, we had early times a couple weeks ago, and that was delicious. And this is not that.
But is it, well, yeah, it's not that, but what's your thoughts on it besides that? Like, give it a fair shake.
I think it has a little bit of caramel sweetness. I think it's light. It's weird. It's light. And it has too much nut and not enough of like the fruity sweet of the other stuff.
Okay. I got to do a side by side going off what I think, like, because I remember the Blue Top early times being kind of like a bigger mouthfeel, which was good. Had some of those darker caramel notes, some brown sugar maybe, and some sweetness. And then that one was definitely just lighter all around. Yeah,
it's very grainy, or what I should say, what I perceive as grainy. Like I get a lot of like, you know, when you taste the cook.
Yeah.
And how like if it's too early, it's too bitter? Like bitter, yeah. And at the end, it's kind of sweeter. Yeah. It's like the sweeter side of the grain, but you get all the flavor of like the grains still on your tongue without the grain pieces in your mouth.
I wonder what the average age on that Blue Top early times was.
Do you think Jared's lights have anything to do with what we're drinking?
Yeah, always.
You guys, always. Thank you. It only took you almost a year to catch on.
Could be Frey Ranch or
that would be
an
interesting.
E.H. Taylor.
Be interesting, since those were both relatively recent bottles.
That we did.
Dude, even, okay, I'm not going to say anything.
No, Blake already has his headshot guess written down.
That's right.
Greyson, what keep this thought process going though. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of yellow labels.
Is that yellow? Oh, that's yellow on camera.
Is it orange?
Yeah, it's kind of like between yellow and orange.
Did you get
Is this a
single barrel Weller?
Is this Weller single barrel?
Bro, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see.
Oh my gosh. If you did, I'll punch you, but thank you for sending a sample.
I don't know what else is orange.
Penelope Valencia.
Oh my goodness.
What?
You just got it right away. You didn't even taste it yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure what orange bottles there is.
Dude, I did get something today that I can't wait to send you guys samples of.
You're not going to tell us?
No.
It's a secret?
Yeah, it's a secret.
I looked to buy something today and found nothing.
Oh, I went and got my blood drawn, and then I went and bought bottle kill. Noise. Yeah, I got my blood test, and then I went straight to Total Wine, feeling all lightheaded because they drained my body of fluids, and refilled it. Bought like 5 bottles, drank 2. I'm already ready to go. Oh, what was that?
Just taking more screenshots.
Why?
So I can remember what my guess is.
Oh, so you have 2? You got 2 guesses now?
No. I wrote down what I thought it was, and then I looked up its info so I can write down like year, age, all that kind of stuff when we do a guess.
Okay.
And just nail it, snipe it out of the friggin' water.
Oh, snipe it out of the friggin' water.
Yeah, I did.
Blake, I can't wait to know what your guess is.
It's probably going to be totally wrong, especially if that light is orange and has anything to do with it.
So, Jared, how are you going to start? Are you just going to kind of wing it, feel it out?
Yeah, I'm just kind of get them talking a little bit, hanging out.
And you shared your questions?
Yeah, you were just on the document.
On the drive?
No, that's me on it. I'm probably signed into the threshold.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It said Greyson.
It's on Word. Is it a Word doc?
Yeah. Here, I'll send a link again.
Links in the,
Links in the chat.
Thanks.
No problem, dog.
I'm liking that Doom Loop song.
Dude, it's so good, and I've looked up lyrics multiple times. It's not the F word like we thought.
Right. I watched it one time this weekend with YouTube captions, and every time it couldn't. I think it's doing it like live, and it couldn't figure out some of them.
Yeah.
And each chorus, it gave a different
word
for flickering, like
yeah, dude.
something. It was like, think about it. And then it was
flickering.
That never came up. I saw that like on a few of the sites.
Because when we were talking through text and you're like, yeah, so many F words, I was listening to that part and I was like, oh yeah, those are F words for sure.
If he's saying flickering, he's got a speech impediment.
Well,
he's by the end of it.
He's got a thick British boy accent.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely, if you're listening and don't know, it definitely sounds like F around.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, Alex seems like a pretty cool dude. I know I told him that I was really excited and that you guys had questions for him too. And we can get pretty silly. So if it's too much, just let us know. And he was like, oh no, I like a good time. If we get silly, we'll all just have a good time.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait. Oh man, this is going to be the longest 7 minutes waiting, dude. Why am I so nervous? I've never been nervous.
Because you're interviewing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you want us to be impressed with your guest. There's a lot of pressure.
No. Well, kind of. But really, I want him to help me bully you guys into getting into better shape.
That's funny. You can't body shape me, dude. That's against the law or something.
Not in this country yet.
Yeah, dude. No,
this isn't Europe.
Yeah, dude. Whatever, bro. Dude, did you guys? Oh, never mind. I don't want to get serious with a political question right before he gets on.
Well, why?
Why what?
Why not?
Okay, fine. I'll ask it. Dude, so there was a big news story that broke. I forget the kid's name, but it was coming out of London. And immigrant stabbed a kid.
He's here.
Oh, crap. So, okay, never mind. Move on.
Two people in the waiting room. What does that mean? Alex Shaw and Alex Fathom Note Taker.
Oh, that's probably an AI he's using to join the meeting that will take notes for him.
Is it going to show like as a person, or is it just
probably? It might.
Oh, well, I'll kick it if I have to, because I don't want it on screen. That would look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Oh, there he is.
Oh, dang.
There he is.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm recording.
What's up,
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's up, Alex?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, dude. I'm doing good. We made it.
Yeah, we made it. It's happening.
Are you British?
What?
Do you have an accent?
No, I'm from El Paso, Texas.
Oh, there was something you said. It sounded like you were like a
I am
British.
100% with you. I definitely have an accent.
Awesome. El Paso, Texas accent. That's fantastic. No, where are you from, Alex?
So I'm from England, and I have about 12 years of Texas bad habits mixed in with the accent.
Okay. So are you in El Paso now?
No, that was 100% a joke. I'm in like North Dallas suburbs-ish, like Frisco, Plano, if anyone's familiar with Texas.
Yeah,
like,
a little bit.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome. Are you in a meeting room?
No, I'm in my garage, actually.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So I mean, I'll take. Are we recording, or are we just before we record?
Oh no, we're already going, but we can cut out whatever you want.
Sure. I mean, this is just so this is my kind of show behind me. But to the right is the bourbon whiskey bar.
Oh,
that's cool.
Cool.
Okay.
So fun little backstory on this is that this used to be back during COVID. I was working in person full time at a gym. COVID happens, bad time to be in a gym or really anywhere where you have to be close to people. So we were all furloughed, came back here, and then it was like, okay, well, let me turn my garage into a gym. Mm-hmm. Well, then COVID stopped, and I had this air-conditioned, insulated, built-out garage, and I was like, well, let me turn it into my office/whiskey cave.
Oh, that's cool.
It's been a ton of fun since. There was a bunch of crap on me on my pool table behind me, but when I have my whiskey club over, the pool table gets a good amount of use, and
that's awesome.
It's a good time.
A whiskey club. Okay.
Yeah, I run a non-profit whiskey club down here in Plano.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
Really? I didn't see anything about that. Is that on socials anywhere?
If you go through like every single one of my Instagram posts, you'll see a Plano Whiskey Club thing, one in every like 10 or so.
Okay.
We do like
Okay.
2 events a month. One's a bottle share, and then another one is like a distillery visit or something along those lines.
Very cool.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
I'm going to be very rude right now, Alex,
What?
and say, sorry, I'm just getting into it at this point. If we are ever in the area, can we invite ourselves over to your whiskey
Oh
club?
hell yeah!
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah, no, 100% fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're kind of doing this long-term project where we're going to non-Kentucky distilleries to try to like feature more bottles than just like the tater bottles, for lack of better terms. So we did our first one on Frey Ranch out of Nevada last month. And that's cool. And we have a few in Texas we want to check out, and some more in California and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Texas is a great hotspot. Like just within an hour of where I live, I've got Iron Root Distillery, who have won multiple awards. They won World Bourbon of the Year in 2020. You've got 1845, which is about 45 minutes northeast, and they've won double golds for multiple expressions. You've got Bent Distillery, who are doing a really interesting, they have a good angle on a blended whiskey. So a lot of, blended whiskeys are basically built to the minimum standard possible, whereas they're actually kind of making a higher end blended whiskey, which is really neat. Fort Worth has got some cool stuff as well. You've got Blackland, I think it's Blackland Distillery over there. Who else? Blue Flag Distilling is getting their kind of stuff up and running. So I connected with a guy through Instagram who owns or part owns Blue Flag Distilling, and I kind of went over expecting a small operation. They've got so many stills that they decided to use one as decoration in their bar. Like you have their bar, and there is a 20-foot pot still just decoration behind it that's then
cool.
hidden behind wall, and obviously it goes taller than that. It's really neat, just all of the little whiskey things that are blowing up in this area. And that doesn't even include stuff like the Whiskey Blendery, which is really cool. I haven't seen anything like that outside of Kentucky. Yeah, it's North Texas is kind of a nice little hotbed for interesting whiskey stuff.
that's
Cool.
That's cool. I had no clue. Everyone always talks about Still Austin or Garrison Brothers.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, Still Austin has blown up. Garrison Brothers obviously has like the legacy and the history. I think it's Balcones and Garrison kind of, I say bicker, but loosely over who was like the first Texas whiskey. I don't know who technically had it first, but yeah, like Garrison Brothers are very proud of their product, and they have kind of a cool story behind it. And being in Fredericksburg is kind of a destination distillery. Fredericksburg is Texas wine country, so you go down, you try a bunch of Texas wine, and then you've got the distillery right there. So that's kind of cool. And Balcones is doing some interesting stuff with single malts in a way that I don't think anyone else in Texas is.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
All right, so I guess we've already jumped in. So this is Alex, or known as Whiskey Weightloss on Instagram. I started following you, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago when I found you did some reel. And I laughed at it really hard because it was one of your whiskey comedy bits. And then the next time you came across my feed, you were like bicep curl rowing a girl.
That would be my girlfriend.
Okay,
yeah.
You're like, when the dumbbells are too small and you just grab her and start rowing her. And I was like, okay, this guy just earned my follow, so I'm going to follow him right now. And then I reached out to you a little while ago, and thanks for being a good sport. Give us your 60-second pitch of like who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. So like you said, my name's Alex Shaw. I've been I've been in the weight loss industry about a decade. Also really ever since I graduated college, that was my thing. During COVID, I took up day drinking like a lot of people did. Got a passion for whiskey, combined that with my passion for fitness, and Whiskey Weightloss was born. So I've been doing this 6 or so years. And, it started small, kind of grew from there. I've had about 300 guys and gals go through my coaching process.
Awesome.
I'm working with 53, I think, right now, in a one-to-one capacity. And I love what I do. I love the whiskey stuff. I like helping people, feel better about themselves, feeling more energetic, and not having to give up this common hobby that we all have. Like, I truly believe that whiskey is something that a lot of people from different points of view, different creeds, different politics, they can all kind of come together over. We mentioned, earlier that I have a whiskey club, and it's like, I know that there are people who don't see eye to eye on certain things that can coexist in a room and be great friends because of an overlapping common interest, which is whiskey. And I think that's beautiful. So cool. Why should someone have to give that up just because they want to drop 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's a good pitch. All right. So along those lines, I have some pre-planned questions, but we'll see where it goes. Right. And you said you work one-to-one capacity, and I know one of your recent reels is kind of like finding a system that works. So I guess where I want to start out, you were saying you help people get in shape and not cut out alcohol, where a lot of modern coaches and fitness people will be like, you have to cut smoking and you have to cut alcohol and we have to remove everything from your diet. And it kind of sucks doing that as someone who's gone through it before myself. So in a industry with fitness where they say you have to cut everything, and then alcohol is all about like enjoyment and try this and try more. What made you realize those can like work together?
Truthfully, it wasn't like a spiritual awakening. Oh my God, these things can come together. I was actually living the lifestyle, and then people noticed and asked me how I did it. And that was what kind of made me have a aha moment. So during my day drinking of COVID, I made friends with my local liquor store manager, and I go and hang out at his place, and he has some buddies over, and you get talking about small talk. And what does Alex do for a living? Oh, Alex is a personal trainer and a weight loss coach, and you drink a lot for a weight loss coach. What the fuck up with that? And, just these questions start turning cogs in my brain where I go, well, this is how I stay in shape and also drink whiskey at the same time. Like, I do a few things that I think other people don't do, but I don't think it's necessarily rocket science, but maybe it is to someone who doesn't know these things.
Sure.
And that's when, I kind of got this idea together that, well, fitness is a wild, wild west of an industry. And you really have to, especially if you're going online, right? You really have to carve out your own part of the internet. And you can't just say, oh, it's about calorie deficits and protein. It's like, everyone knows that at this point. Like, I don't think that's a mystery. Instead, if I'm going to be someone who can, reach people and let alone have a positive impact on them, I need to have a message that resonates with a very select group of people that it resonates very, very deeply with.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, well, I figured out like all of my kind of new friends. And it turns out some of my best friends I've met through whiskey clubs, through, designated whiskey events, things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this person, this avatar, this man, woman with this common interest that kind of fits loosely into this box, I understand their lifestyle and how it pertains to their weight loss journey better than any other person on the planet does, because I like whiskey as much as they do, and I understand the meaning that it has and the impact it has on their life.
Okay. So when you're writing those, I assume you do nutrition as well, kind of meal plans. So when you write those, do you include like, hey, you're allowed to have 3 ounces of alcohol because that equates to so many calories? Because some people might not believe that alcohol has calories. And I'm not going to mention anyone here or not.
Are you looking at Greyson?
No, I'm talking to Alex. I'm just asking a question, man.
So there's a few ways we can go on this, and I'll try and answer both parts of the question.
Yeah.
So I don't write meal plans because I truly don't believe in them as a long-term methodology. Right. If I say, hey, have this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for dinner, do that 7 days in a row and you'll lose weight. Yeah, of course you will. Will it work 10 years from now? No. And Jared, you've already said, like, you've been through the ups and downs of weight loss. Like, it sucks. It sucks when you put so much time and effort into something and then you drop weight from it and then you see it come back.
Yeah.
So I'm truly a big believer that how you lose the weight will be how you keep it off. And if you don't enjoy the weight loss process, you probably won't enjoy weight maintenance. And a lot more people are successful with weight loss than they are weight maintenance.
Interesting.
True.
Right? So my belief instead is I'm going to optimize the out of someone's nutrition, exercise, mindset, structure, and lifestyle design so that, and maybe that's the 90% of how they live. And then 10% of the time, they can enjoy, eating out, whiskey, drinking like degenerates late at night on a Thursday, those kinds of things. There's room for that. Now, when it comes to and your question's a really good one about how much whiskey can someone drink? Yes, if you're drinking a fifth of whiskey a week, regardless of how good the other stuff is, that's going to present as a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't like this idea of, you've been good with your food, so you get a certain amount of whiskey. To me, that's a dumb way of doing it. And forgive me if I offend anyone by saying this. It's like, that's kind of like saying, oh, I saved up a bunch of money this week, so let me go buy something I don't need to celebrate. Instead, I want to go, well, what's the drinking occasion? Is it a low value occasion or is it a high value occasion? Right? Is it randomly drinking alone on a Tuesday because I'm bored? Right? Those 3 ounces have the same calories as the 3 ounces I'm going to drink tonight, for example. Very different value proposition. This is fun. This is social. For me, this is a business thing. I get to talk about my business. Right? So that there's a lot of upside to the 3 ounces I'm going to drink tonight, as opposed to the 3 ounces that I will drink, Tuesday alone with me and the cat watching TV. That's a reason to drink. And though it's the same calories, right? It's the same, physiological hangover effects on energy and hunger and decision making and all of the downsides, right? We talk about the upsides of whiskey. There's plenty of downsides too. But that's not worth it, whereas this is. And that is my philosophy when it comes to alcohol. And it's a little bit more nuanced. It won't go as viral when I put it that way. Right. But that is the sustainable kind of mindset that comes with all of this.
Sure.
Yeah. Huh. No, I think that's a healthy mindset too. That's something, when I went through my big weight loss swing, I was over 400 pounds about 8-9 years ago. And so I've lost about 160 pounds and have kept the majority of it off. I'm going through another cut again right now. So trying to get back to better shape again. But it's all, for me, it's like you said, it's that mindset and balance, right? It's the discipline and finding the value of when you're going to drink. I think that's really cool. So then, speaking of the 3 ounces, do you have that available?
The secret.
Drinking right now?
Well, we do some nosing. We'll get, Blake already thinks he knows what it is. He just has a blind guess.
The mystery sample?
Yeah.
The mystery sample?
Yeah. So keep it on, he has the real thing.
Okay.
So.
Oh, Alex does? Yeah.
Alex, keep yours off camera, but if you want to pour that.
We have these, Alex.
Gotcha. Yeah. I will pour this definitely off shot, despite the fact my webcam is going to follow me.
Oh no!
Right, we locked it. We're good.
Good.
So what is this, Jared? It's like a trick.
What?
You got a trick bottle stopper.
Some of them do that. Just the inside of the lid came out.
No, it's a seal for freshness.
It's a brand new bottle.
Yeah, new bottle.
That's a healthy pour right there.
From the distillery. All right. Perfect.
They wrote J6 on it and everything.
Yeah. They somehow know my numbering system for the samples we sent. All right, there we go. Oh, do you have your own Glen there?
I do. So this is a welcome gift all my clients get. So it's a mini Glen.
Aww.
And it has Whiskey Weightloss on it, but there's a line on the logo, and that indicates 1 ounce.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, smart. Okay.
I've been admiring how you're framing, even in your camera, right under weight loss. You cut, it's just right there.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good pour. Okay, I'm going to let that breathe. Okay, so you mentioned before you would go to whiskey liquor stores, or in Texas, are they called package stores?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've always referred to it as a liquor store, but I'm not a native Texan, but that's not a phrase that I'm super familiar with.
Okay, because in the South, they're called package stores during Prohibition and everything. They were kind of like, what's in the package? And they're like, that's none of your business what's in my package. So like they used to box up all the bottles of whiskey.
This is not what I thought it was. Just on
Oh,
nose.
for the record? Okay, so you already admitted you're wrong?
Dang.
Okay, good.
Dang.
What did you think it was? Do you want to tell? Oh, Penelope Weeded? No, not that one.
Well,
That's
it's obvious now.
That's a good pour, but yeah. Okay, so you were saying you would go into liquor stores and people noticed you were fit and start asking you questions about that was your aha moment. So is there something you noticed, like a myth that whiskey drinkers or people who enjoy alcohol believe about weight loss? Like what is that myth that you break through to them to get them to change their mind?
So there's two. There's kind of a more simple one and then a more nuanced one, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is that whiskey doesn't contain sugar, right? The sugar gets turned into ethanol and goes through a distillation process. Like there is no sugar that makes it to the end product. So that is the first one. That's kind of the simple thing to just easily correct, I guess is the word.
Okay.
And that blows some people's mind because some people believe that sugar is the main problem. And it's like, well, sugar's not great, but it's also not the enemy. It's more like, is it accompanied by fat, salt, multiple textures, and hyperpalatability? So when people say that, I'm addicted to sugar, no one is sitting in an aisle of Walmart with a bag of sugar, just lining it up and licking it like the dog licking peanut butter off the floor. Like that's not happening. Sugar's not addictive. What people are addicted to.
Hold on. Do you have kids, Alex?
No.
Okay.
My girlfriend has a kid.
Okay.
I grew up with my mom running a daycare from our family home. So like I am very familiar with kids and they do like weird stuff off the floor.
Yes, I do.
Not often it's raw sugar.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. What people are addicted to is hyperpalatability, which comes from sugar being present with fat and then also sometimes salt, and even more so like multiple textures in the same bite. I'll use, for example, cookies, right? I'm a chocolate chip fan over a sugar cookie fan. And I think if you take a poll, most people are. Why is that? You get more fat from the chocolate, but most importantly, you get multiple textures because you get chewy cookie and then boom, chocolate chip. And that sends a signal to the brain of, oh my God, this is amazing. And part of that is evolutionary, because there is no food in nature, no single food that is high in carbs and fats.
Okay.
Not a single one. So our brain is literally not wired to like tolerate that well.
High, man. Now that you said that statement,
and high fat,
yeah,
right? Fruit, high carb, no fat. Grains, potatoes, all of those the same. Nuts, high fat, no carbs. Meat, animal proteins,
yeah,
all of them.
Okay.
And you could maybe say milk, but it's not high carb when you think about it. Not relative to a cookie, a brownie,
right?
Some pizza, for example. Like pizza's the ultimate just, I can't get enough food because you've got carbs, fats, salts, you've got crispy base, you've got cheesy, you might even have toppings. Like I'm a pineapple on pizza person. I realize a lot of people aren't, but that freshness of pineapple cuts through the grease and it's like, oh my God, I'm having a mouthgasm. And it's really hard to stop at one slice.
Yeah.
So this, like that, all of that stemmed from there's no sugar in whiskey. The second part is that, your body shuts down its fat metabolism once you start drinking alcohol, right? You have a sip of alcohol, your body's fat burning shuts down for 24 hours. No, it doesn't. It shuts down relative to the amount of alcohol that you have. So if you have a couple of ounces of whiskey, your fat metabolism will be altered for a little bit of time. And if you end that day in a calorie deficit, you will be absolutely fine. Now, if you drink 10 ounces of whiskey and then you go have 3 double quarter pounders with cheese and you end up in a 2,000 calorie surplus for the day, that's more of a problem. Because when you turn down fat oxidation because of the alcohol, then you are more likely to store those excess calories as fat as opposed to that excess energy going towards muscle glycogen or muscle protein synthesis or any of these other potential energy, utilizations.
So it's not as much as off switch as they lead people to believe.
Correct. Think of it more as a dimmer switch than an on-off switch. And the more alcohol you drink, the darker the room gets.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, you started talking about that really great description of pizza. And
I'm in a DoorDash.
Are we DoorDashing right now?
Yeah, someone better be ordering pizza. It's not me. I'm on a cut, so one of you guys better order some pizza.
Cut some pizza.
Yeah, dude, cut that pizza. So then when someone responds and says like, "There's no way you can do that," you just hit them with that. How do they respond to your very rational explanation?
It depends on the person, right? If someone is looking for a fight on the internet, which surprisingly is most people, they are pretty entrenched in their position, and they're just going to go and say, it doesn't matter how educated you are, how long you've been doing this, how much you know, I don't believe you because I saw a video on the internet that says otherwise.
Okay.
Other people who are potentially coming from a place of curiosity, not from combativeness, they are much more open to changing their ideas.
Okay.
Right. And I don't claim to know everything. But when you combine, a decade in the fitness industry, I've done a master's degree in exercise physiology. I'm a whiskey sommelier, and, I have the habits of an alcoholic without the, issues that come with it. Then, it helps to have that level of expertise and experience behind you when you're able to kind of make those statements.
Okay, hold on. I didn't have this plan, but you just said you are a whiskey sommelier?
Yes. Another cool thing in Texas, down in Austin, we have the Whiskey Sommelier school.
A real school?
Yeah.
How'd you go through that process? What is that?
So that is a 4-level process. So you've got all of these different certification bodies, right? It's same in wine. WSET is kind of considered the industry standard for sommeliers in wine, but they also have other certifying bodies. Like in Scotch, you've got the EWA, which is the kind of gold standard for Scotch. In whiskey, you've got the Whiskey Marketing School in Austin. They have their sommelier program. You have like the Council of Whiskey Masters or something, and they're over on the West Coast. You've got Moonshine University, which is an educating body in Kentucky. That's really for industry-specific people. So all of these kind of organizations, they all kind of have their own little goals and niche. And what the sommelier program does, and I think does incredibly well, it teaches you to be a communicator about whiskey. So I like to think I have a decent palate, but anyone who blends whiskey for a living will have a much better palate than I.
Yeah.
Sure.
What I like to think I'm decent about is if I kind of can have a tasting lined up, if I can understand the story behind a brand, I can tell a compelling story and really helps elevate someone's experience as they are drinking the whiskey.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
What's the time frame on a school like that? Are we talking about a couple weekends? Are we talking about a year?
So the different levels, levels 1 through 3 are really all about knowledge acquisition and testing that knowledge acquisition. So level 1 is kind of all of whiskey. Level 2 is a real focus on American whiskey. Level 3 is a real focus on European whiskey. And then level 3, which is where I'm at right now, and level 4 is a big differentiation. Level 4, you show up. You have to do a 10 different whiskey blind sensory challenge test, I guess, where you have to write your notes and they have to compare to the people administering the test. And if you get incorrect notes, you are wrong. You have to try and connect the dots between the 10 whiskeys that you are tasting and the 10 reference whiskeys that they tell you are on the list. You then have to kind of role play bartender. And when someone comes up and they say, hey, like, what's good, right? You have to deliver an experience. You also have to do a tasting in their whiskey vault. And they basically tell you, hey, I want to learn about Irish whiskey today. And you have to do a curated tasting experience of Irish whiskey. So you do all of that. And then if you pass that, then you can start level 4.
I volunteer. I want to go.
Right. So level
does
3
Blake
is
sign
like
up?
a 2-day, certification. You take a test at the end of it. It's a lot of knowledge. We taste anywhere from like 30 to 40 whiskeys over those 2 days. We don't do entire samples. It is literally
Sure.
a taste. Otherwise, you're taking a nap on the exam room floor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a ton of fun. The experience is second to none. If any of you guys have seen the Whiskey Vault or the Whiskey Tribe YouTube channels,
I don't think so.
so Daniel, the Som, right, the guy with no hair, he's actually the head of the Whiskey Sommelier school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they also run Crowded Barrel Distillery down there. Daniel's a judge at a lot of these big whiskey tasting, spirit competitions, things like that. So it's very cool. I think even if you have no plans to kind of do anything industry related or do anything making a business, going and doing someone is a ton of fun and just a really fun way to spend a couple days.
Heck yeah. I found our new road trip, guys. This is what we're going to go do this.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can visit Still Austin in the same trip.
Yes.
Dude,
I'm going number 4. I'm going all the way.
You're going all the way.
I'm going to make them event a 5.
You're gonna. Oh my gosh. You're gonna be a Pokemon master, Blake. Is that what you're saying?
Dude. Collect them all.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
All right. So let's get some nosing notes.
All right, let's do it.
Now the pressure's on because we have a real whiskey sommelier here, guys.
I only know
Like
how
I said, storytelling, not the best palate in the world. Getting notes of whiskey.
Get a big hit of kiwi. That's dude, there's so many similar vibes from so many things we've tried the last few days or last few episodes.
I get some limestone and some bubble gum.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Definitely lighter sugar notes.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, I can kind of give you the breakdown of how I do it whenever I'm nosing things.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Let's get that number 1.
You
going.
guys probably know a lot more than the average person that I do this description to, but especially when it starts with just overall experience, I say, is it a dull or is it a bright experience? Meaning, and that kind of helps give you very broad flavors of, is it brown sugar or is it white sugar? Is it fireside flavors, leather, barrel char, cigar smoke even, or is it bright light fruit? And you kind of make that differentiator.
This is so
then
fun
you
already.
can kind of lean into grain, and you can figure out, are we getting corn notes? Are we getting rye notes? Are we getting malted barley notes? Then we go even further, and you kind of pick out a flavor. It's like, is it if it's sweet, is it white sugar sweet and baking or granulated sugar sweet? Is it dark sugar? Is it molasses, or is it fruit sweet? If it's fruit sweet, is it banana? Is it citrus? Is it apple? Is it pear? And you kind of just start very broad, and then you narrow it down as you go. And that's kind of how I would.
That's pretty cool.
Tasting.
So many things I've never thought of before.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
So
we're all going to school right now.
So the first was dull or bright?
Yes.
I think I'd call it dull.
I was gonna say somewhere like in the middle. Like it's not
and it's not binary, right? It's definitely a spectrum. Like I wouldn't class this as like this super dull, dark, earthy, oaky kind of whiskey, but it also isn't like. I think a lot of rye, right, to me, that's very bright notes, right? You think grassy and stuff like that. You think of like a 18-year-old bourbon or a 25-year-old single malt are typically going to be a little bit, oakier and maybe darker.
Okay.
I'm getting some of the sweet brightness on my nose.
Okay.
I'm with you, Jared. I get more kind of not bright as in like rye spicy, but I'm getting sweet more than I'm getting kind of overly, oaky notes.
Yeah, maybe it's maybe it's the new early times that is not that great that I kind of had a little sip of before, but
making this one smell super awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's making this smell real good.
Yeah, there's definitely like a brighter fruit sweetness, maybe like a pitted something.
Yeah, so if we go fruit sweetness, right, is it apples? Is it banana and like banana bread? Is it stone fruit? Is it plums? Is it cherry? Does it give that like red wine note? You guys can kind of figure out as we go through that. Is it pineapple and mango and tropical fruits? That's another area we could explore.
Dude, like a dried, that dried like pineapple, mango kind of bits. Like I get that smell, but also like a plummed, cherried something.
Yeah.
A plummed?
Yeah, dude. You gotta, I'm trying to be more British.
Okay.
Blake's already halfway to being a level 5 whiskey sommelier.
Yeah.
Dude, right? That's what's up.
And I will say, when it comes to tasting notes, and I truly believe this is the foundation of any good tasting note demonstration, sommelier experience, even if you taste absolutely nothing, say it with confidence and people believe you. Because whiskey is so subjective.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like we are all currently influenced by the smell of our rooms, what we had for dinner, if we've showered recently. All of these things are kind of going in, right? And we're experiencing them you know, through olfactory senses, taste, all of that. I remember going to a chocolate tasting once, and before we actually got into the chocolate, they had us hold our nose, and we tried 2 different like flavor of candies. And when you didn't pinch your nose, you could very clearly tell which one was which. You pinch your nose, and all of a sudden, it's like these 2 are the same thing. I even remember this from childhood. Like we were given cubes of potato and cubes of apple, like raw potato. And you pinch your nose and you try them, and it's like you can do it, but it's really hard to tell them apart.
Dang.
We did that same thing at Michter's, right, Greyson? Where they like gave everyone some jelly beans, and they're like, smell the jelly bean. Now pinch your nose. Now eat one jelly bean. What did it taste like? It was like sugar.
Yeah,
and then
right.
they had us release our nose, and we ate another jelly bean, and it was a world different.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember I had like a root beer jelly belly.
Whatever it is.
Blake was not there. Blake was not there at all.
Totally was there. I have the receipts.
So we want to try this thing, guys?
Are we done with nose?
I don't know. What do you think, Greyson? Are we done with
Alex
nose?
Going into it.
I'm going in.
Alex went in. Okay, we're all going in.
Now I'm getting jelly belly.
Power of suggestion.
I like that.
Ooh.
I kind of get like on the fruity side, I was thinking stone fruit, almost like plum, but there's also like a hint of cinnamon in the back of it.
Is that a spicy boy?
I was going to say spice is a really interesting one, right? Because people use spice as a tasting note very often, but we can kind of break it down into, is it baking spices or is it pepper spices?
Yeah.
You know, white pepper, black pepper. Is it weirdly sometimes capsaicin like spice? I had a Bib and Tucker have this weird coffee like infused whiskey, and I tried it fully expecting notes of like, you know, espresso and coffee roastery, and I got jalapeno. And I wasn't the only one in the room, so I wasn't having a stroke. But it was just like the way the note kind of expressed itself. I was like, holy cow, this is the first whiskey I've ever had like jalapeno pepper flavor in it, and it was
interesting.
Nuts. So whenever you're describing, you know, okay, it's spice. What kind of spice?
Yeah, I was more like it burns more than at least the Penelope we did, but I also had a big taste and held it on my tongue for a while, so I don't know if it was just that.
Yeah, I get a lot of like a dark red apple with caramel, and then it fades to spice.
What?
I like that tasting note.
Yeah.
And then do you guys get much barrel influence? Do you get much oak? Is it a sweet undertone of oak that cuts through? Is it a heavy oak note? Does it feel like it's toasted? How much barrel influence are you guys getting?
I'm still trying to figure out what barrel influence is.
We're always trying
what that tastes like.
What is oak? Because sometimes we get like a tire, almost like a burnt rubber, and we go, is that oak? Because it kind of seems like maybe it is an oak thing, but
it's a hard one. Oak is, I think, a hard one to pick up on the nose. Yeah. To me, it often comes across as like tannic, almost like with wine.
Okay.
It's along that kind of line. I've got a couple of staves of barrels next to my desk. I'm like, if I forget, I just lick that, and that really helps.
So as barrel lickers, Alex, I know Greyson and Jared don't have any experience in this barrel licking experience.
We do not have
I wasn't going anywhere with that.
Oh, okay.
He just also has licked barrels, is his point.
It was mostly the outside, but still.
Blake likes to lick things in rick houses when we go. And sometimes he does it when...
was outside, okay?
Yeah, but you also asked the tour guide at Freya Ranch, you're like, what does that thing dripping outside the barrel taste like? Can I taste that? And he was like, I'm going to look away.
You guys cannot tell me you weren't thinking the exact same thing.
I was not thinking the exact same thing.
All right. What are you getting on the palate?
I just said. What are you talking about?
Talking to everybody else then. You got what? Dark red apple?
Dark red apple with caramel, and it kind of fades to a long spice.
And I get just a hint of oak that kind of balances it.
I think I get that too, but it's almost like after the swallow, it kind of comes up.
Yep. On a little bit on the finish, a little bit kind of not mid palate, but kind of mid back palate almost.
Yeah.
I think there's some. What the heck was I going to say?
Celery stalk?
Celery stalk.
I get a little bit of celery stalk.
No, I think I'm definitely getting like that red apple skin or maybe some plum. But to me, I'm getting like a black pepper. There's like an actual like physical spice feeling with the flavor of like a fresh cracked black pepper.
So a good way to build that tasting note is just to go like put a peppercorn between your teeth and crunch it.
Oh,
and that's a really good way to cement that black pepper note into your brain.
Okay.
Because ultimately the tasting notes are tough because the sensory part of our brain, the part that actually tastes the compounds on the tongue, and the language part of our brain, they're kind of like an old married couple. Like they live in the same house, but they haven't talked in like 20 years. So the mediation between them is memories. And this is another part of why everyone has different tasting notes, is because Jared, you might taste a whiskey and go, this sounds weird, but it kind of tastes like grandma's house. Well, because your grandma made snickerdoodle cookies. And that's a core memory for you.
Yeah. We've done this a lot.
I might taste it and go, dude, that tastes nothing like grandma's house, but because, my grandma smoked a pipe. Right. So very different experiences. And therefore we would have very different, kind of words for those flavors. So
we go down the member berries trail a lot.
And Blake and I are brothers. So sometimes it's like, that does taste like the leather headrest in the dad's Land Cruiser, and we both
do a lot
can
of
taste
licking.
Thinking y'all might have an oral fixation that you need to go to therapy for. I'm not
sure. Yeah, Alex, you might be onto something there. Okay, so any more tasting notes?
What do you get, Alex?
Kind of like we went through before. It's like the balance of the oak, and I do get those kind of sweet, brighter fruit notes. I think I do get apple, but I also get apple in like a lot of fruity whiskeys, unless it is very obviously something else. Like if I'm tasting
Jack
citrus,
Daniels.
I'm not going to place it as apple. Exactly.
You get some banana, Old Forester. Yeah.
Okay. Unless it's very clearly banana, citrus, pineapple, mango, right? It almost always defaults to apple for me. Okay. So I get that. I get that apple sweetness too. I think the spice for me comes from proof more than it does from those kind of like peppery notes.
Okay.
But again, that could just be different experiences.
Yeah. Coming back to the nose, I'm definitely hitting that bubble gum, Grace.
You are? Is
bubble
anybody else?
And like a dark brown sugar or molasses almost on the nose.
Oh
no.
What?
Nothing.
I saw a top of a bottle. I might have
Oh
been a clue.
no, Alex, no, you didn't. No. Okay.
There's lots of bottles that look like that.
Yeah.
Are there?
Well, oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I got another question. Kind of still whiskey related, but back to fitness a little bit. What's the most successful
You
or
spent on a single bottle.
Hurry,
$800
what's your
on
whis-
George T. Stash.
Oh,
Okay.
I have one right there.
Yeah.
No, I moved it.
I have
Never
one.
mind.
It's not within reach.
I have one, and it was given to me as a birthday present. So, it
Wow.
is-
You have better friends than me.
he may or may not have been someone significant at Sazerac formerly, but we'll see. Anyways,
Elmer T. Lee.
no. I was gonna say, what's the most successful or surprising transformation you've seen with a client, but also how much did they cut back on the stereotypical drinking, like, for that success? What was the big change that you saw?
Great question. So one of my most memorable, kind of transformations was a client named James. I met him through local whiskey clubs, and James was a big guy. I won't put too many details out there, but he was 6'4", 6'5". His weight started with 3, right? Just a big guy. And he went, we were aggressive. I try and match my approach to people's willingness to be aggressive.
Oh,
So if someone's like, hey, I want to get this weight off as fast as possible, I'm not going to rein them in. I'm going to go, hey, let's do it, and then we'll figure it out on the back end. Whereas if someone's like, hey, I want to do this slow and steady and be a little bit more flexible, I'm cool. I'm going to match that too, right? So everyone's speed is a little bit different. The numbers I often throw out is in the first 3 months, we will probably drop 5 to 10% of your body weight. And I feel really good about most people hitting that threshold.
Wow.
What was the monthage?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. So, a 300-pound person somewhere between 15 to 30 pounds is what I feel good about. And do I have people that surpass that? Absolutely. But James dropped, I think it was 42 pounds in 12 weeks / 3 months.
Wow.
And I'm not going to say, didn't cut back his drinking at all, but he didn't change it that much. And that was a kind of a conscious decision that we made together of, hey, we are going to make calorie adjustments on the food side of things to free up those calories for whiskey. Like, he's one city over, they have their own whiskey club over there that they do a lot with. They do, Friday lunches is a big thing. And, that was multiple years ago, and he still has that weight off, which is really cool.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. That's actually really cool. That's a big guy. He sounds probably a couple inches taller than I am. But I started out heavier than him. So that's really cool. That's a great story. Good job, James.
What I got a question, Jared.
Yeah.
So during all of this, when you have somebody with weight loss that's want to do whiskey, what's the complication to wanting to be also building in muscle during those two things?
So that's a really great question. And then it comes down a little bit more to timing as well. So I did a deep dive on the effects of alcohol and muscle protein synthesis after lifting. I actually did this as part of my master's thesis, which this was before I was into whiskey, but my master's thesis was the effect of hangover on exercise performance. So a little bit of foreshadowing, which was fun. But unless you get absolutely faced immediately after your workout, you're not going to drastically reduce muscle protein synthesis. Like, you might reduce it by 10 to 20%, but you have to get obliterated for you to knock out the majority of your gains. Now, would I suggest every time you work out, you finish with, a 3-ounce pour instead of a protein shake? Probably not.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, right. Okay. Got it. Let me
Right,
write that
right.
down.
Just in case anyone's getting ideas.
Yeah,
But
I'll write this down.
Yeah, a lot of it does really come down to, okay, how are you optimizing your training? Are you hitting a protein target that is sufficient for your goals, body size, things like that? Like the interaction of whiskey directly on fat loss and building muscle is there, but I think it's really overblown. Instead, it's much more of this bigger picture kind of lifestyle design of I'm going to do everything I can when it comes to nutrition, exercise, and structure, but then I'm not, excluding this part of my life that gives me fulfillment and, joy, frankly.
Yeah.
I truly believe that if someone can have good friendships and relationships, their finances aren't causing them stress at night, and they're in good physical fitness, that is a very fulfilled person, right? And a lot of people have one out of those three. Some people are lucky and have two. And then if you can get all three, like it's almost impossible to be sad.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
But it is a really good question. And obviously, if you are working out 5 times a week and then you're having, 3 ounces 6 days a week, total volume is a problem. And you've got all of these secondary effects of alcohol, which are probably the harder ones to navigate beyond the calories, which is the effect of hydration, the effect on sleep. We know that hydration and sleep are very important, not only for muscle recovery, but how you feel going into a workout. Like, try hitting the weights hard after 3 hours of sleep, and you know exactly what I mean.
Oh, yeah, that's my Tuesday mornings because we film Monday night and we stay up late and these jokers keep me up way past bedtime.
But to be fair, your bedtime is 7:15 p.m.
No, 8:30.
So it's hard to do anything.
8:30. I wake up every day, Alex, at 4:30 because I like to work out, and that's like the hardest part of my day. I just get it over with. And then everything else is easy after that. And also my wife and kids aren't up, so it works. But then we film these way too late. So
yeah, but you know what it's like. And this is actually a conversation that I have with my clients that other coaches probably don't. It's like, how do you work out hungover? What are the preparations that you take to try and make that happen? So part of it is fluid, part of it's electrolytes, and then also what are you actually doing? Like, I feel like there is this stereotype, and maybe it comes from military, where it's like, oh, you just got to go run for like 5 miles, and, your hangover will be gone, and you drink a 6-pack while you're doing it or something. I've heard that. I don't know if people actually do that. I think that's a hideous idea. Yeah. But if someone is going to go lift weights and they are like mildly hungover, I would say, cool, do a bunch of seated machine stuff. Don't barbell squat. Don't even goblet squat. Get your on the leg extension and make it hurt, and then move on. And I wouldn't do barbell shoulder press. I would go sit down and do some lateral raises, and like you'll still tax the muscle, but you won't put as big a demand on the like overall body system, because the overall body system frankly feels like because you drank a bunch of whiskey last night. Yeah. But you can still train the muscle and get enough volume of sets in, even though you're not feeling particularly fresh.
Minus the whiskey part, do you have a preference of weight cutting versus muscle building? Do you like to do them at the same time? Do you like to cut the weight, get to your whatever, then build? Or is it all at once type of thing?
Depends on where they are in the journey. I think when you have more than 20 pounds to lose, which frankly is most people.
Most people, yeah. That's not that much.
You can do both at the same time, especially if you're not particularly trained, right? Some guys, I was an athlete in high school. Cool, that was 20 years ago, bud. That doesn't count. So early on, if you aren't already coming into it, weight training really well, properly structured, you can definitely do both. Once you're getting into like the last 20 and definitely the last 10, then you may want to focus on, hey, I'm just going to cut. I'm going to put muscle building on maintenance, because it's just harder to build muscle in a calorie deficit at that point of the journey.
Yep.
Instead, you might want to, hey, I'm going to drop 10 pounds of fat once my waist gets to a certain point. Then I'm going to go into a small calorie surplus. Understand I might gain a little bit of scale weight, but I want the majority of that to be muscle with maybe a little bit of fat. Yeah. Since we're in the off season for the NFL, right? Commentators and bloggers and the talking heads on ESPN is like, oh, he gained 15 pounds of muscle during the off season. No, he didn't. Not if he was natural. You can take all the drugs in the world and still struggle to do that. Yeah. So like they just gained fat. And it's kind of funny to hear people talk about that who clearly have never worked in and around like the science of it.
Yeah. When you're talking to a client, a new client, someone says, hey, I want to lose or I want to be 180 pounds. Are you trying to diagnose what they're actually meaning by like, oh, I want to be a certain body fat percentage cut versus muscle type of thing? Is that how you're kind of going about it? Or are you going strict poundage or what's your idea behind that?
Good question. So when I work with a new client or even during the consultation process, I want to understand their why behind the what.
Yeah.
If someone says, oh, I want to hit 180. Well, why is that? Oh, because the last time I looked in the mirror and didn't absolutely hate myself was 180. Right? So it's not a poundage goal. It's I don't want to hate myself when I look in the mirror goal.
Right.
Or it's, hey, I feel like I need to lose 20 pounds. Okay, why is that? Well, since I got heavier, my knees hurt and my back hurt. So, okay, it's getting away from pain is your reason why. Or it's, ever since I've had kids, I gained a bunch of weight and I told you 50 pounds because I had to say a number because you asked the question, but really I just want to keep up with my kids and not have to tell them daddy can't play anymore because he's out of shape and can't keep up.
Right.
So everyone kind of has this why behind the what, and some people are very forthcoming. Other people want you to play Where's Waldo because they don't like sharing their feelings. And it just, it's a cop-out answer, but it truly is, it depends.
Yeah.
Other people are like, I had a client recently, we worked for 3 months. It was a hard and fast, just straight cut. He wanted to go on vacation and to look good. I'm like, cool, there's nothing wrong with that. And this was actually me and him had 2 sales calls previously, and he was like, I like it, but I'm not ready. I like it and I'm ready. I'm like, cool, dude, like no rush, take your time. And eventually he dropped I think it was 10 pounds over the previous year. And then we started working together and we dropped 15 in 3 months. And he was like, I just want to accelerate this process and I want to have abs on vacation pictures. I'm like, cool, that's your why. That's it. Like, I didn't even try to, continue the coaching journey with him because he got what he wanted. And that was it. Cool. Other people, it's a much longer journey. So, I took on a client recently. It's, another guy who's taller, lots of weight to lose. And he's like, my dad's in great shape. My dad's 65. And I think when he hits 90, he'll still be in pretty good shape. I'm not even sure I'll make it to 65. And I have 2 kids.
Yikes.
Yep.
Right.
That's what did it to me, guys. I mean, you guys know my story, so.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to be respectful of time. We're almost at an hour. Do you have a little more time? Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't have any early morning stuff, so I'm down to party for a little while longer.
Oh, so 6 ounces tonight is what you're saying?
You only gave us 2, Jared.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's get some guesses, guys. So we like to play, is it whiskey, bourbon, rye,
proof,
stage? Yeah, proof, all that stuff. So, Alex, I know we have the bottle, so unfortunately we can't guess. Dang. But we'll get some guesses from these guys.
Okay.
All right.
We'll throw out the question and we'll guess the thing.
And wait, what?
Throw out the question. Like, what do we guess?
Bourbon. Okay, I'm going to it's bourbon.
Okay.
I would agree.
Okay. Hold on. I should probably write these down. Bourbon. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not getting a whole lot of rye spice, no herbal, grassy, green stuff, no spearmint, no typical rye flavors. So I wouldn't even say it's
bubble gum.
That's true. I do get bubble gum on a rye, but there's other things that go along with that. To me.
Okay.
Dang it!
Okay.
Don't say stuff. Well, now you got me in my head.
I know. I
Jared.
like to mess with you.
Shut it.
I don't think it's a rye. Maybe it's a high rye.
Now smelling it, I'm like, wait, what's that?
What's the proof?
Rye? Oh, dude. Okay, so I was super thrown off by the color when it was in the thing. Ooh, I got a little more.
It looked really yellow.
It looked really yellow.
Light.
It looked really light. I got none of that like youngness. I got none of that like, typical light whiskey. Well, I got a 15-year something that's a light whiskey, and it's got plenty of. I'm just saying
Alex,
a lot of
Alex,
stuff.
what's-
You're just saying words, dude.
Yeah. Calm down there, Blake. Alex, do you know your proof? Do you know what you have?
This
I
isn't a
look.
batched item.
What?
This isn't a batched item. This is a single barrel
I
where you
don't
guys
know.
are drinking different things.
I don't know.
I think we discussed before. I think we have very similar proofs.
Yeah.
So these are
All right, what state?
I'm trying to think of where this one that I'm thinking it is from.
I mean, the limestone that I was getting on, or the liminess, like, that makes me think Kentucky,
Okay.
and that's probably just a pretty dang safe bet.
Okay.
I will say, generally, with tasting and guessing, your first instinct is normally correct.
Mm.
Even during sommelier school, it was like we talked ourselves out of changing our answers on tests, and then we were all like, "Shoot, we should have just left it."
Okay. All right. It's nice that we have a real sommelier like coaching us
Dude,
along right now.
I'm so
I didn't even know
serious
this about you,
Oh, it's
Alex.
so
This is
About
so cool.
going to do that, like, I want to do it. Like, Shayla, Father's Day, send me to Austin.
All right, so we've
Bourbon,
Greyson State,
Kentucky,
Texas.
Oh,
Texas. Okay. Greyson says
that would
Texas.
explain maybe the lightness and the proofness flavor. High
Have we
heat.
had it before?
It wouldn't explain the lightness. Typically, Texas was going to be a lot.
Do they get
at a
darker
younger age.
quicker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it affected
Their
the
heat cycles
color.
are way more intense.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Testing you. That was just testing you, Alex.
You passed. Great job.
Yeah, good job. See, I wrote it down right there. Dark equals Texas.
What was the question, Jared?
Have you had this before?
I
Gosh.
think I have.
I'm going to give you guys a nosing tip real quick. So, when you kind of are nosing your glass, ethanol vapors will sit lower in the glass. They tend to be heavier. So, when you go to nose, typically start with your nose at the top rim and get those flavors. And then, if you want, you can move your nose down and you'll typically get like a different experience from the top of the glass to the bottom of the glass.
Whoa. That's cool. Sorry, what's the question, Jared?
Blake, have you had it?
Oh, have I had it? Okay, well, if this is based on just things said, if it's a single barrel, are we going generally? Have we had this version?
This label.
This label. Okay. I can't guess my Penelope anymore.
Nope.
It does taste familiar, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Okay. And now give me a proof.
I want to say 108.
Okay.
I think I'm going 100,
100? Dang.
All right.
which is
Mine's
probably
a little
too low.
Bernie Sanders then.
Probably too low, especially if it's a single barrel.
Okay. So now we need a score.
Oh boy.
I don't have much left.
And Alex, what's your score on this?
Yeah,
guy?
you guys can score
I
it.
know.
Take scale is what we do.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
I
Probably.
don't.
Oh.
At least not by name.
Well, the T8KE. No.
Who's the
okay.
guy that came up with it?
John Take?
Isn't he a bourbon guy?
Yeah. I don't know the name or the origins. He's just a kind of a well-adopted scale that a lot of people who do like Reddit reviews and online reviews will rate it because it's pretty popular.
Basically, Alex, I can send you a link or simply
I threw it through AI. So it's 1 to 10,
Yeah.
1 being terrible, 10 being perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
And 5
Okay.
is just like good, just fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this is probably like a 6.8.
Okay. 6.8. I'm gonna write that down. That's a pretty good score.
I'm going 6.4.
6.4. Okay.
I really like what it does at the end after it's gone.
It keeps going.
Just the heat and the rise off the tongue that just kind of fills. It's not like super oily. It's more like a vaporness, and it's real good.
Jared, go ahead, Blake.
I want to say 6.7.
6.
Not because of the meme.
Okay, Dad. Okay, Dad.
Jared, do you know if I've had this before?
Yes, I do know if you've had it before.
What?
Did I have it every night in Texas?
Did you have it every night in Texas? What does that mean?
I maybe, maybe you did. Do you want? Hey, Greyson, give me a headshot right now. You got this.
Wait, what do you mean? Like with the bottle?
Yeah, tell me what it is.
Oh.
It's because you saw it or you know what it is?
I think it's New Riff. Single barrel.
Really?
Okay.
That's my guess.
That's your guess?
Yeah. Blake,
respond or I'm going to reveal.
So I had New Riff last night. That's what I poured myself last night. And I have it right here.
I think that's what it is.
Is it really?
We are drinking
What?
New Riff. Oh, it's blurred out. New Riff single barrel. This is actually the Shoppe exclusive that I bought with you guys.
Dang.
On Blake's trip.
I was thinking you got a New Riff rye, or you were just looking for that.
Nope, I was looking for this.
You were looking for
New
that
Riff
one?
single barrel. Yeah,
Where are they located?
they're Kentucky.
It's Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah, they're Kentucky.
That is really good. And I've been wanting to have some for the last couple of days. So last night when I decided that I was going to have some, I went and grabbed that. It was so good.
Oh yeah, it's a great bottle.
It's so good.
It's a great bottle.
Dang.
My personal score is a 6.9. I really like it.
Okay.
This is the only New Riff I've had, but this bottle I got was fantastic. And when Alex sent me the list of what he has, I was like, ooh, I already sent you guys that sample. That works out perfectly. That works out perfectly.
What's the proof on your guys's?
Yeah.
Mine is 108.5.
I guess his proof. Ish.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, you didn't taste this. This one we're having is 110.8.
Oh, dang. Mine's
I almost went to
114.8.
114.8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I mean, I didn't have any today. This is what I would have pre-gamed with if you didn't say don't go a fancy bottle, because I liked what I had last night. I would have picked this one.
Okay. Dang it. Well, I'm glad I said that.
Also, I put away like all my counter whiskey because my parents are coming to visit this weekend and it's just in the way. So I put away like all my other bottles.
Okay.
I left this one out.
All right.
Okay.
So,
That was so fun.
When I was in Texas, I went to the hotel bar and they didn't have that much stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. I had the New Riff once. I liked it.
remember this.
And I got it and it was so good that I kept going back every night. But when I first had it, and this might just be in my mind, I didn't have it to compare, but it reminded me of Weller 12, which I love.
Oh, like super fruity, super cobbler.
It kind of had like a fruity, dark, you know, just great taste. So I need to do them side by side.
Okay, so I got a couple more questions, Alex. I know it's been an hour. Thank you for being a good sport.
Yeah.
So this is my last question before we open up to maybe more training questions, but it's kind of like a pie in the sky, okay? So if you could sit down and talk training and have drinks with any 3 people, living or dead.
Just check that off the list, bro, right now.
Dude, we're 3 people.
Well, I mean, only one of us trains regularly, and one of us trains sometimes.
All right.
And one of us doesn't train at
Dude,
all.
I'm training every dang day.
Oh, not the way Alex is talking about.
Deadlift competition.
Alex doesn't know nothing.
Drink with any 3 people, training, whiskey related, anybody, living or dead. Who would they be?
Oh, I feel like I wish you had sent me this ahead of time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So living, I guess these are people that had massive like influences on my career. So one would be a strength and conditioning coach, whose name's Eric Cressy. He's based out the Northeast, and there was this golden era of like fitness blogs and strength and conditioning blogs during like the late 2000s, early 2010s, which is where I was kind of just learning and assimilating and trying to get my hands on as much knowledge as possible.
Okay.
And he just articulated things so well. I played dodgeball in college. It's a collegiate sport over in England.
We love it.
I'm not a particularly good athlete, but I like to try and be good at like sports that aren't really sports.
Okay.
So I had a great time there, and he was kind of the premier throwing athlete strength and conditioning coach. And he just always had really good knowledge, but then also was able to articulate it in a way that made very complicated things very easy to understand. And this next one is 100% like a Dallas Homer pick. Like, I'm a Cowboys fan by unfortunate affiliation. And I know, we boo ourselves enough. From everything I've heard, Dak Prescott is one of the best leaders of people. Like, I don't know that much about football. I know enough to be dangerous. Until he's won a Super Bowl, he'll never be on the level of Aikman and stuff like that. But in terms of sheer leadership and how you can coordinate all of the people on a squad, right, and have everyone look to you as a player who, frankly, probably has more power than the coaching staff does when you've been entrenched as a quarterback at the Cowboys for a while. I think that would be a really interesting conversation from just like the psychology of leadership. And I bet he's going to write a book someday, and I think it'll be awesome. The third one's tough, because it would be kind of like just, whiskey related or something like that. But any one of like the big distillers, like their master distiller, right? Whether it's the Wild Turkey guys, the Russells, whether it's what's the master distiller at Buffalo Trace's name?
Wheatley?
Harlan Wheatley.
Yeah,
like,
Harlan Wheatley.
I would love to just understand whiskey from the other side.
Yeah.
Right? We know what the consumer and retail experience, and we understand all of that information. I want to know what it's like from the side of the people pulling the levers and pushing the buttons. And I have a little bit of inside information from just, friends that I've made inside the industry from sommelier school and other stuff like that. But, understand what blending actually goes into, right? When you've got hundreds of thousands of barrels and you have to put out the same product, whether it's Old Number 7, whether it's Buffalo Trace, whether it's Wild Turkey 101, like how the do you do that? I would love to hear that from someone who actually does it. So that would be my 3.
That would be really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I got to meet the guy, the master blender for Buffalo Trace a couple months ago, and hang out with him and his wife a little bit at a local whiskey club event. And it's funny because decades and decades of knowledge, right? And he does not like talking about whiskey. Like, we talked about his kids, we talked about going golfing, and his wife is retired and he's already looking forward to retirement, all this different stuff. And I was like, so what do you look for in a bottle and a barrel and all this stuff? And he was like, yeah, that's my job. Let's talk about something else. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So it was really cool getting to meet him and his wife.
That's cool.
Cool. If you guys have more questions.
I got one. Unless Greyson, you got one.
Well, go ahead. Then I'll go.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go? Your question's dumb. I can already tell.
Yeah, it's a dumb question. Greyson, go. Greyson, go.
No, I just okay. So apples to apples, it's probably like pretty simple if you were to substitute like during a weight loss program and a muscle build program, whiskey program. If you just swap that whiskey out for, say, Taco Bell, that's like a pretty easy 1-to-1. You could just eat all the Taco Bell you want and still work out, lose weight, gain muscle.
Well, you didn't say all the whiskey you want. It's not 3 cheesy gordita crunches every night. It's 1 cheesy gordita crunch as
when it's
your
worth
10%.
it, when it's a high value
yes.
cheesy gordita.
Yeah.
Gordita
Yeah,
crunch.
if you go to the one on like Escondido Boulevard, that is a
That's
high
a
value
high-value
cheesy
one.
gordita crunch.
Oh my god.
A couple fire sauces, a
So,
mild packet.
Alex,
You don't
I'm
have
so
to answer
sorry.
this.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Was it a comedic question? Yes, but there is actually some kind of like theory behind it where, you know, it's not the whiskey that makes my coaching or anything like that special, right? It's the idea, it's the principle of being able to enjoy what you want to enjoy and not have to give that up for, you know, a healthy, fulfilling lifestyle where you're not worried about doctor's visits and if you'll see your kids graduate and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So could you replace whiskey with wine, chocolate weight loss, donut weight loss, tequila weight loss, cocaine weight loss? Like that one might help. But, you know, like the premise is the same.
I'm gonna
You can
start
still
that.
enjoy what you like while it kind of like being structured into a system. And that's the part that people want, right? Or it's the part that people need. They want to be able to go, so I can drink and just lose weight. And then I have to be like, no, sorry, I'm not a wizard or the tooth fairy. I can't do that. But I can help you structure it in a way that you can drink whiskey and still, you know, live a healthy, you know, life, whether that's just health or being in shape or having energy or whatever. So once I've like hired someone to replace myself on like the coaching side of stuff, will I find probably someone hot and female to run wine weight loss? Absolutely. Yeah, start that franchise there, because I mean that has more potential than whiskey weight loss does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, hold on, Alex, please don't encourage him. Okay, he has a real Taco Bell problem.
Dude, I didn't eat there tonight.
What? Oh, not tonight. What about yesterday?
No, I ate there tonight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Do you know DanGo? I assume you.
Yes, not
Not like super well, or
not super well, but me and him have I think we've maybe met a couple times actually.
okay. He's somebody I like to follow right now, and I kind of believe a lot of his principles, but a lot of it is just like, you know, eating high quality foods, keeping your protein right and your carbs, you know, adequate for your energy burn, your fats and your sugars low, lift 2 to 5 times heavy a week, and then get a lot of steps in every day. Is that kind of like a good approach in your mindset?
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you have to just work off of principles, I think those are awesome. Where that can fall apart a little bit is right now I work with a guy that works in corporate and owns 2 businesses on the side, a charter pilot who spends 7 days at home and then 7 days to he doesn't know where, just depends where his company tells him to go, and then a realtor and also a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like those
All
principles are great. The situations are wildly different.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the difference between information and implementation.
Okay.
And as coaches, I think what the right business model is to give as much information away as free as possible. You know, you guys can ask me literally anything, and there's nothing I'm going to go, oh, that's a state secret. Only my clients get to know that. Right? What people end up paying me for is, okay, I understand this is the information. This is the result I want. Help me go from A to B.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've been doing this a long time and there's very little that is brand new to me at this point, I can go, oh, cool. Yeah, well, you fit into, you know, this bucket. And I saw this with Jim, Bob, and Jody before. And this is how we do it. And I'm going to make this tweak because you have this thing that's a little bit different to them, but not crazy different.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to structure it. And this is how it's going to be sustainable.
Okay.
And which actually brings up another good point of like weight regain is a real thing. And a lot of people do regain weight. And what the reason it happens is not necessarily what people think. Outside of like fad diets where you stop the diet and all the weight comes back, a lot of times it's when someone experiences a life change. Meaning they move house, they have a kid, they have a job change. All of these things effectively just sideswipe their entire routines and systems.
Sure.
And that's when someone is most vulnerable to weight regain.
Okay.
Because you're
I've been there.
you're effectively starting from scratch. And if you are not very purposeful about reinstalling those habits and routines, then it's going to be really tough. So I'm moving in like 3 weeks. Me and the girlfriend are moving in together. Hopefully it'll be amazing, right? Really looking forward to it. I am very much like, where am I going to go work out? Right. Yeah. I picked the house that we are moving into because it's got 3 gyms within 10 minutes and it's right across the road from a grocery store.
Sure.
So I'm like, cool. All right. I can do my workouts. I can very easily, when I get cravings at, 10 PM for something, I can go and get it and not, order, DoorDash, an entire 18-inch pizza.
Yeah,
right, which is that's more of a tactical
right
thing.
Now.
Like and excuse my language, I am a slut for cheesecake. I love it.
Yes, same.
Yeah, but instead of keeping cheesecake at the house, if I want it bad enough, I will get in the car and go to the grocery store and buy one of those individual slices. And it's happened probably twice in the last 6 months, and it was incredible both times. But like, I won't keep the cheesecake in the house because if I eat the cheesecake in the house, the cheesecake won't be in the house 24 to 48 hours from now.
Right.
Yep.
Dude, Costco had this tiramisu cheesecake a couple months ago.
Dude, oh my God.
Okay,
So
one
good.
more. You got one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Give us your philosophy and thoughts on testosterone and numbers that guys should be hitting and kind of what we at large miss about testosterone, maybe.
Ooh, okay, so this is a good one. And I'm glad you asked me this now and not about 2 years ago before I kind of did a bunch of research and attended conferences on this. So testosterone is massively influential in terms of energy, drive, all those things, right? It's what makes men men. And when you don't have much of it, you will tend to feel like subclinical levels, to my understanding, are about like less than 300, but suboptimal can be lower than 400, 450, right? There are people who are, jacked and their testosterone runs at like 400, 450. There are other people who don't feel good until their testosterone hits 1,000. So like a lot of it is individual. But what I would say is that it's kind of chicken and the egg, right? If your testosterone is like 20, you probably need TRT. If your testosterone is like 350 and you're carrying too much body fat, you're not carrying very much muscle, you eat like crap and you sleep like crap, you can probably rescue it.
I don't understand why you're attacking me right now.
What, Blake?
I don't understand why you're attacking me right now.
Okay.
So, if you can avoid the needle, because once you start, you kind of commit to it for a very long time. And I don't encourage people to get on lifelong medications unless they really have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we could have a whole separate episode about GLP,
sure.
But that's for another day. But yeah, like I had my testosterone done because my doctor was like, "Why do you want it done?" It's like, honestly, so I can talk about it with clients. And I was like, mine is like 650. It is not high, it is not low, it's just kind of in the middle there. And I was like, yeah, that feels right, sounds right. It hasn't stopped me from building muscle. I'm pretty energetic when I drink enough water and remember to, get to bed at the right time. And it's like you can modify so much with lifestyle. And if you drop 50 pounds, yeah, expect your testosterone to shoot up. That's awesome. But there does become a point where no amount of sleep, water, protein, and lifting weights is going to rescue a testosterone that is medically low and is never coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at that point where TRT can be a lifesaver. And someone can literally go, oh my God, I feel like myself again. Like I don't have brain fog. I can make it through lunchtime without needing a nap. So it's a very nuanced conversation. Unfortunately, there's a lot of money to be made in TRT, and anytime you can make a lot of money, you get bad ethics. So, how much do I trust your franchised men's health clinic? Not that much. But it's really hard to find a good, doctor who knows their stuff when it comes to hormones.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's a nuanced problem, and there are not enough people who, are knowledgeable in it. I found, some doctors are like, well, your testosterone's, 250, it's like, well, let's give it 6 months. And meanwhile, the guy is hating himself all the time because he has no energy, no drive, no nothing. And then other people are like, well, your levels are 400. We could shoot them up to 1500 and you'll feel great. And if you can just make out, 5 payments of $599, that's wonderful. It goes both ways.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, I was just reading something about it today that I hadn't heard before, and that there's actually different types when it comes to testosterone. And usually when you go get tested, they just kind of give you your whole number, but there's like free testosterone, and there's like the SR, I don't remember, it's like four letters type of testosterone, and it's kind of important to know the difference versus the whole picture.
So this is where having a doctor that knows their stuff can be a big deal. So typically it's the free testosterone that is the biggest driver of how you feel. The reference numbers escape me right now, which is why I didn't bring it up earlier. But if you have a doctor that understands, okay, this is total testosterone, this is free testosterone, because you could have low-ish total, but if your free testosterone, the stuff that's actually circulating, is good, then you might be fine.
Okay.
So yeah, that is one of those nuanced conversations where at a certain point I go, I just pick things up and put them down and go talk to someone who has a medical degree on it.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. That's what I mean. It is a nuanced.
It's more nuanced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just got all mine tested today, so I'm kind of excited to get those back.
Did they break it down into different types of testosterone? Do you know?
The guy I'm working with asked my doctor. They were working together, so my doctor basically ordered everything he could. I don't forget. I don't remember what he said.
Okay.
But
so I don't think mine was broken down that way. I'll have to go look at the labs and see. I think it was just testosterone.
Yeah. No, it was like 4 or 5 different things.
That's awesome. I also want to get a DEXA scan, but I haven't figured out where to do that yet. But
you can do that in Texas too.
We just gotta come hang out, Alex.
I do have one more actual question. Greyson and Jared, you guys were talking and kind of debating stacks on stacks on stacks or whatever that was called.
Progressive overload.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to ask that question?
Yep.
So this, and I think I kind of know, but I would like to get your take on it. DanGo specifically talks about constantly doing progressive overload, and his example is either more reps. So you want to do like basically 5 compound movements, kind of hit every major muscle group, and do them 2 to 3 times each in the week. But the progressive overload is adding reps every time you do that exercise, or 5 pounds every time you do that exercise. To me, that's kind of unclear. I mean, sure, you could add 1 rep, but it feels too simplified. Like, you might not be able to add a rep every time you do it. If you're doing it twice a week, or especially 5 pounds, if you're adding 5 pounds a week to an exercise, you're going to add, 200 and some pounds in a year forever. So what is your take on increasing strength training so you don't just atrophy?
Great question. So, and I'll walk you through how I describe it to my clients in their onboarding process. I go through 6-week mesocycles, which is a fancy way of saying, workout phases. And they have their exercises, and in each exercise, they get a rep range, right? So when I was growing up, we would debate in the gym when we were teenagers, like, 3 sets of 10 versus 3 sets of 12. And now I want to go hit myself in the head with a barbell. But instead, what I'll do is I'll say, hey, aim for 10 to 15 reps.
Okay.
But that is the average of your 3 sets. So I'm telling my clients that once they have their kind of feet under them, once they have a foundation of some level of fitness and they're familiar with the movements, I want you to take every set to failure. Which is a controversial statement until you realize that 98% of people don't actually take their sets to failure.
Sure.
Because failure hurts.
Especially without a spotter.
Well, also, we're just not doing a lot of barbell movements.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't ask my clients to, bench press to failure typically, unless they're going with someone, maybe like a Smith machine bench or something like that.
Sure.
That's a little different. But, go to failure, and let's say week 1, you get 16 reps on the first set, you get 14 reps on the second set, you get 12 reps on the third set. So your average is 14 reps. cool, that is between 10 to 15. That's a good weight. You come back week 2 and you take it to failure and you get a set of 18, a set of 16, a set of 14. Now your average is 16, which is above the 10 to 15 range. Now go up a weight.
Okay.
You come back week 3 and you get, 13, 11, and 9. And you're still in the range and you're good. Right. And that's how I teach it.
That's smart.
And like, it's great to always be adding weight to the bar, but you also have to know yourself. Like, I would not want to add weight to the bar. Jared is not going to add weight to the bar tomorrow because we've been drinking tonight. And that's a really great way to get good. Right. What are the 2 really good ways to increase risk of injury? Be underslept and underhydrated.
Yep.
So to then add weight on top of that, you're like, maybe not.
Too risky.
And this is also my thing with compound movements. Like, compound movements are great. Also, they involve more weight. That's more drain on the central nervous system. It's also more pressure on the joints. So, like, is there a place for compound movements? Yes, absolutely. I love my squats. I love my leg presses. I love my lunges. I love my pushes, my pulls. Pull-ups are my favorite exercise. Like, all of that is true. Also, some guys want giant arms, and that's best accomplished through curls. Exactly, Jared. So, like, and this is the problem, whenever you have, like, principles versus nuanced implementation. And that's why, like, you've got like, Dan really knows it, but when he says that, he is saying it to an audience of thousands upon thousands of people.
Yeah.
So he can't be specific.
Sure.
Whereas when you get to the one-to-one level, you can go, although this principle is generally considered the golden standard by pretty much every coach, we're going to do the opposite of that because of this.
Sure.
Do you think that's the biggest, I'm lacking
misconception?
Yeah, maybe between, the broad ideas that we hear on the Instagram reels and the whatever short term, it's just the most like a group friendly advice on some of these types of things. And that's why there's so many varying different, like if DanGo differs from you versus, Tony, Gazelle versus, Richard Simmons. Is it just they're trying to give the most family friendly version to the wide audience?
There's that. There's also, and now we're getting into kind of like the marketplace and the economy of the fitness industry. People tend to build a brand around one style of thing, right? Like my brand is whiskey. If all of a sudden it comes out that,
you've been
whiskey
sober
is
for
the worst
40
thing
years
in the world and we didn't realize it up till now, but actually it's slowly killing us, right? Which it kind of is if you drink enough of it. I'm probably just going to conveniently ignore that information and still promote my brand, right? Because I'd like to think I'm ethical enough to where I probably wouldn't do that. But if I had a lot of money and I built a giant business built on one style of thing or one principle, I'm always going to promote that principle when I have a wide audience. So,
that makes sense.
And I'm not saying this is Dan, but if Dan's like, my philosophy is compound movements, this, and this, I'm always going to say that almost regardless of the situation, because then it's a branding, kind of exercise.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, we're in the world of social media where you say what you can to get attention. And this is where I've seen so many viral reels where it's a jacked dude, shirtless, talking about how if you have a sip of alcohol, fat burning turns off for 48 hours.
I believed that until like a couple weeks ago when I was fighting Jared on it. He's like, no.
Thank you. No, I was going to say, there has been a recent study that showed 100% of people who drink whiskey die. So, I mean,
depending on how you look at the studies, you can make it say anything.
No, I was going to say.
Last question of mine.
Oh, hold on. Can I?
Yeah.
So along those lines, we were actually talking about this a few weeks ago, Alex, where my training philosophy, I train to failure sometimes on certain movements when I'm really focusing on a weakness, right? But my training philosophy is more the best ability is availability. So I hit whole body 3-4 times a week. I'll do cardio regularly, but I never push myself to the point where it's like, man, my squats were so heavy, I can't walk tomorrow. How does that fit into your approach of like, you're doing progressive overload for sure, which I follow and do that too. But are you training to like RPE 910? Or when you say failure, you mean like you're doing dips and you can't push up one more time?
So good question. It's kind of two parts of it. I train mostly to that.
Okay.
And there is debate whether you need to do that every time.
Okay.
And the answer is maybe, maybe not. But I would rather do it and be sure that I'm not leaving anything on the table.
Right.
As opposed to purposefully leave reps in the tank and then maybe not, like I'm already at the gym. I may as well hold it as opposed to 3/4 it or half.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The other part is, what exercises are you taking to failure? I would never take a barbell back squat to failure.
Oh, absolutely not.
Too much, like it's very high reward. It's also incredibly high risk. So when we're taking things to, hard failure, we're talking leg extensions, maybe like a pin stack leg press. And I'm sore the next day. And if I'm very new to lifting, you'll get the novelty effect where you literally can't walk up the stairs the next day. But I'm pushing myself to hard failure most of the time.
Okay.
But most people won't train that hard. And I kind of inherently understand that. Like there's some really interesting, both anecdotal just experiences. And then I read a training style study a while back and I can't remember what it's called. But like they told people to go to failure. And then they told people to go to failure while someone was yelling at them. And all of a sudden failure was 5 more reps.
Okay.
That's funny.
So you have to understand, again, this is the human element of it. You have to understand who you're working with. Like Jim, who's never worked out before, and it's the first time he stepped foot in a gym, we probably don't have to worry about overtraining him.
No, his name's Blake. It's not Jim. His name's, sorry, he threw it underhand. I'm going to swing, dude.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Greyson, one more. Sorry. Alex, you're being such a good sport. We're over an hour. Thank you so much.
Okay, man. I'm having fun.
Okay, last one. How do I get a bicep vein?
It's just lots of curls and reduce your body fat until your veins pop.
Dang it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. I can't just drink beet juice or something?
It'll work for like half an hour, but like don't get me wrong, if I do a photo shoot and I post thirst trap pics on Instagram, have I got a pump and taken some nitric oxide tablets? Absolutely. This is the internet. You have to get every advantage you can.
But it really is body fat.
Dim mostly. Drop lighting. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just body fat. It's all it is. And I find like a good reference for body fat. If you can't do a DEXA, most guys, their waist measurement, and I'm not talking like where your pants sit, but more like, your belly button. That's a pretty good reference for body fat in most guys. And it's like the first thing I always get my guys to do is get sub 40 inches around the belly button. Above 40 is linked with a bunch of not fun health outcomes. Below 40, and that correlation kind of falls apart, which is good. And then I treat the next milestone as 37 inches. I think people start kind of looking lean at about 35 inches around the waist. And once you get to 33, 32, 31, that's when you start getting, a lot more definition. And I use this analogy called the paper towel analogy to describe how kind of fat loss and aesthetics work together. So, when you have a brand new roll of paper towels and you pull a sheet off, the roll doesn't look like it's changed. Right? But the last 5 paper towels, you pull one off and the roll shrank like 30%. Right? Every paper towel is the same size, same shape, same area. But what happens is that every paper towel, every time you rip one off, each paper towel now becomes a bigger percentage of the remaining stack of paper towels. Same thing with body fat. A 350-pound guy losing 35 pounds will look smaller-ish, right? But you might not be able to tell that much. Someone who's 200 pounds and goes to 165, you'll be like, holy, where did the other quarter of you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is very much that. It's like, if you're teetering on that kind of like lean-ish and you drop 20 pounds, those 20 pounds will do more for your physique from an aesthetics point of view than the, 30 pounds that came before that.
Yeah. Dude, that's a brilliant analogy too.
I'm pretty sure
like
coaching
50
is
pounds.
I'm pretty sure coaching is just making up analogies.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is.
Well, I used to work at Apple, and that's all it was. Give them an analogy to buy the new phone. It was, yep, that's exactly what it is. So,
Yep.
Well, Alex, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
This was
thanks,
so
man.
cool.
This has been cool.
Yeah. Very encouraging and just gets you to think about stuff different way. I'm not sure why you attacked me so much in some of your analogies, but I'm just going to err on the side that it wasn't intentional, even though, we've known
he was
each
talking
other
about Jim. He was talking about Jim.
Yeah. Jim. Yeah, whatever.
A little business portion. Would you mind sending me a headshot for our thumbnail?
Sure thing.
Okay. You don't have to do it right now. Whenever you think about it tomorrow. And then, is it okay if I tag you in some clips and reels and
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah. I don't know how much of our stuff you've seen, but we try to do clips for every episode, and we try to promote with everyone we have on. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
You got it. I love the little shorts that you guys do, where it's like the 4 videos on top of each other. Like that's a cool way of doing it.
Yeah,
We'll
it's an easy way. Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll get a few of those. You might think I'm spamming you. I'm just getting those reels out, man. So
pump them out. I love it.
Okay,
Anything
cool.
you need us to cut in any of this stuff? I mean, I don't think we
No, it's all fair
said any
game.
socials. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, perfect. Well, cool. Thank you so much. That's it, guys. Any other questions?
We'll say hi to you next time we're in Texas, hopefully.
Dude, I'm serious about going to that school. That sounds friggin' awesome.
You want to do all 5 levels in one weekend,
One day.
right?
One day.
One day. I'm going to do 5 days in one day.
That's only 125 samples of whiskey. I think it'll be fine.
Dude, chump change.
I think his limit was 21 or something.
No, I got the number. It's in the 30s. Okay. I wrote it down.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alex. We'll be talking soon, man.
Yep.
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Nice to meet you. Thanks again.
Cheers. That was cool.
That was
That was super cool.
Oh yeah. That was more fun than I didn't have any doubts, but that was more fun than I
didn't know
expected.
he'd be into whiskey that much. He's
had no clue.
Smarter than us. So
yeah, I had no clue. Dude, when he dropped sommelier, that's why I immediately pivoted. I was like, whoa, hold on.
I assumed it was just a self-ascribed thing.
Yeah. You guys have no idea how bad I want to do that. Like,
no,
so
I know.
bad.
Blake, I know you
It would
pretty
be
well.
awesome.
So
I think it would
bad.
be so fun to do.
Yeah,
Just
it'd be
to,
super cool.
Not even just to say, hey, I'm a sommelier, but just to get the information and the knowledge.
Yeah. Just
they
like
know.
the little bit that he was sharing. I was like, oh, I've never heard this before.
Yeah. He's like, you guys probably know this. I'm like,
Nope. Do you want me to keep recording?
Yeah, we're still going.
Yeah, dude.
What are you talking?
Where you gotta go, Grayson? Why are you trying to quit on us, dude?
We've only been going for 38 minutes.
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah, that new riff was great.
So good.
When I went back to smell it, I got, what was it? I think it was, I'm not smelling it now, but it was like cotton candy. I have just a tiny bit left, and then maybe it was mine that I poured. It was
kind of very sugary,
like super caramel corn on my single barrel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very very good.
I don't have anything left.
No, when Grayson, when you were talking about your trip last month, and you were like, "Oh yeah," and I tried this new riff, and I went back the next night, and I went back the next night, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I sent you a sample." And then when he sent me his whole list of bottles that he had, I was like, "I know what we're gonna do. We need to go into the DMs. We got to keep this a secret." So I had happened to send you guys that months ago. So
it's awesome. It's really good. It's a little pricey of a bottle, but
I don't remember what they
$60
cost.
I think.
60?
I think so.
$60 for a single barrel store pick is not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not.
at least 4 years. Mine's almost 115 proof. I'd say that's a good $60 bottle, if considering it's like, okay, $10 more than Eagle Rare.
You're right. Yeah.
Or cheaper than Blanton's.
It's way, I probably would rather drink that than Blanton's.
Yeah. It makes me want to like look at more of their stuff, see what they got, if they got bottled in bonds, if they got rye, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Their next batch, I think it was their 8-year, is some of their oldest, just hit the shelves here.
That's right. Yeah. The thing I don't care for the bottle design. For whatever reason, it really reminds me of the Blackened brand, which is the Metallica whiskey.
Yeah, a lot of people say
it's
that.
It's a bad look.
Oh, I kind of like how it's like an ombre fade kind of a thing. It's kind of
cool. Gradient.
Yeah. To me, it's like the font style and the color. Like that's what's, and maybe it's because there's black on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
So yeah, they've got a bottled in bond. They have a bottled in bond rye. They got a 4-year single barrel rye, 8-year-old bourbon, 8-year-old rye, 6-year-old malted rye, and a gin.
Nice. I didn't know they had gin.
That's interesting.
New Riff Kentucky Wild Gin Bourbon barrel.
My bottle's not even 5 years old.
Gin aged in bourbon barrels?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Huh. Mine says at least age at least 4 years.
Oh no, mine's almost 5 years old.
Okay, yeah, being a store pick, they probably tell the exact age on it.
Yeah, the distilled and bottled dates.
That's cool.
So
I don't think mine's a pick. Does yours have a sticker? Probably. Like the traditional.
Yeah, that's what it has the barrel shop logo on it, distilled, bottled, with some tasting and nosy notes.
That's
and
cool.
The barrel number.
Mine has a barrel number too.
23,890.
Mine's 30,584.
Dang.
Right.
35,084.
30,584. Dang, dude, because you just imagine 30,000 barrels. And that was the 30,000th, 584th one.
Guys, I grabbed the wrong cup and I just finished my early times. That's pretty bad. I
haven't even opened mine.
Dude.
That's funny.
That should not be called early times anymore.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
Dude,
maybe subsequent ones will be better.
That benchmark bottled in bond knocks this out of the water, dude.
Yeah.
Blows it out of the water.
I wonder why so different.
Dude,
location.
They bought the brand and the yeast.
Yeah.
Right? But the rick houses are all new. The blender is all new.
Yeah.
Plus, just saying this out loud, I don't mean any hate towards 1792, but when you're churning out house brands for every single store under the moon, like, how do you keep a blender? Like, how do you have that many profiles and keep them in track?
Yeah, I wonder if for the contract distilling stuff, like they do for like Kirkland and stuff, if they have their own tasters and stuff, like signing off on those profiles, so they're not getting other people, tainted with their flavor versus the other or whatever. I mean, there's got to be a few, like I'm sure there's one or whatever master distiller or a blender, but I bet the people that are contracting are saying, yeah, this is our profile. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Okay, what do you guys want to get into now?
I don't know. What do you want to get into?
Dude, it's only 8:40. The world is our oyster, unless you guys are babies.
You know what we could do?
Don't say goop. I don't want to goop. I want to hang out and drink whiskey and talk with the bros.
Okay, but we could do that while we gooping.
But gooping can't make us money potentially sometime in our life.
No, but it feels good.
Not lately.
Yeah, dude. Last time we all played Arc Raiders was rough.
Oh, man.
But you guys got to get in those good boy lobbies. They changed matchmaking.
Yeah, we played that
Blake
time.
can't be an angry, murderous fiend.
Hey, on the last thing I sent you, Blake, when my CPU stopped, did I only send you one of the audio tracks? Or did you have everything you needed?
For which one?
I don't remember. It was either the last one or the one before. Or no, that was 2. You had all the audio you needed for the last 2?
I haven't done last week's, or Monday's.
What was that?
What did we taste? We did a sample of
Mine.
yours.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the
to see if I have 2 audio files. My
Shanks.
CPU failed early on his, but I restarted it right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What else you got going on it?
Nothing.
Oh. What's your Yeah, we can talk about it later, but you can't check it
This
right now.
is
Anyway.
such great podcasting. Let's not goop. Let's talk about CPU.
What do you want?
crashes.
Hey.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Hey, Blake. When are we getting you on the path, bro?
Path or what?
We all need to do it. We all need to
path?
commit to something.
Dude. He was attacking me pretty hard.
The path to the gym, dude.
I want to go, and maybe it's my low T. I just don't want to go.
Bro, you got that low T, dog.
So my motivation comes at such weird times, like when
That's
I'm
how I
doing
feel.
sound at church, when I'm driving, when I'm in bed, when it's all the times when it's not, you know?
That's why it's more important, like Alex was talking about, to build disciplines and structure,
Yeah. But when I wake
not
up, I
just
don't want that.
motivation. What?
I know, but motivation's got to be a pretty big part, or else
Okay,
I'm not going to do it.
But the motivation is like you being all lean and jacked, and Shayla's going to be like, whoa, did he just take off his shirt? That's the motivation all the time, bro.
That's never in my life happened.
Yeah, but the day it does, you'll be like, it was all worth it. Every
Oh, man.
minute, every rep.
It
just
feels like so much.
Yeah, there's like a
To get there?
lot of journey to get there, bro.
Yeah, but if you want to get there, you got to start today.
It's 9 p.m., dude.
So all of a sudden it's too late to start?
Oh, Jared's
Yeah.
frozen for me.
I know. He's
No,
frozen
you guys
for
are
me
all
too.
frozen.
Nah, I don't know about that.
What happened?
Are you frozen, Greyson? Oh, he's a wink, you dork.
Yeah, dude, you dork. What are you talking about? You guys were both frozen for a second, though.
Jared was frozen on my
He
screen.
was
for
super
real.
frozen for me. Yeah.
Whatever.
Mine was pretty good, though.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Do you have any new Riff, Grace?
No.
After all that Texas talk, you didn't go buy a bottle?
Bro, I bought a bottle today and I wanted to sell it. Oh, I can't talk about it.
I keep looking at it and I go, $60.
That's like, oh, easy. If I find something for $60.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, not easy, but
$60 is like normal price on 1920.
That's why I don't buy that.
Yeah, you go to Sam's Club now, huh?
do you remember
For
that one time with you
$42?
guys I got it for 35?
Yeah, dude.
That's nuts.
Yeah, dude. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Your
I got
kids
to
up?
find that Old Forester
What?
bottle in
Your
Bond.
kids up?
Oh, probably, but that's Sarah. She's killing something with like an electric fly swatter. So it's like,
Oh.
and she's like hitting it on a trash can.
Is she doing the dishes again? What's she doing, dude?
No, I did the dishes today.
That's
Oh,
right.
dang.
Pants.
Okay, what are we doing?
Oh my gosh.
Do I need to get something else?
I don't know. It's Guitar Master over there. What do you want to do, Jared? You down to chill? What could we do? What's the possibilities?
What's the possibilities? So my interview is over. My plan is complete.
You're just full.
If you would like to do more,
Yeah.
then sir, here are the reins.
Tie.
Lead.
You guys want I got a couple Samps. You guys want to do a couple?
Why do we want to do more Samps this late, dude?
Because my parents are going to be here till like Tuesday, so I'm not having anything tell
Oh
them.
my gosh.
Like
I have to be at the doctor's at 6:45, so
Do you have to be fasted or no?
I can't have had caffeine for 12 hours.
Dude, no caffeine in bourbon.
Oh wait, if Grace, okay, I'll do this. If Grayson is down, wait, hold on. If we do another sample, are we going to do another review? This was the review of New Riff, dude.
Yeah. Dude, this is
Yeah.
our new thing. We do
No, I don't think we have a whole nother episode.
2 episodes.
It's over.
Have you
We're
watched?
making more episodes than we put out at this point, dude.
Yeah, dude, backlog in.
Oh, yeah.
Have you watched any of the episodes I've done yet, Jared? That are up yet? No. Okay.
No, that's Friday work.
Oh, I got to make some thumbs tomorrow.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursdays are clips and planning out the rest of the week for next week. Friday is download and new episode stuff.
And we got new music Friday.
Yeah, dude, we got new
what
music
we should all
tomorrow.
log off and do is write those.
Yeah, dude, we can
Thursday?
get those done in 10 minutes, 9 p.m. East Coast. Hey, Greyson.
Yeah.
Greyson. Just you and me real quick.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Greyson. Why don't we agree to go to bed at a reasonable hour and just go do our new
No
new
one
Music
did the
Friday
Sparta
stuff
album
now?
last week.
There was a whole Sparta album.
Yeah.
What is wrong with Spotify?
Yes, I did.
Did you do
Hold
it?
on. Tell me you don't check our content without telling me.
I
just
do
didn't
remember you
remember.
did Sparta. I remember
Yes.
that.
I mentioned it on Thursday night at this time. That I was
Remember when I did that really cool New Music Friday and had samples of all the songs we talked about, and you both were like, "That sucked. It's terrible."
No, we didn't, dude.
it was just hard to navigate.
Yeah, I missed that you can't swipe, but
That's
it
what
was
I didn't
really
like.
cool to hear samples of all of them.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
So are we going to try something like that again tomorrow, but different format, or what are we thinking?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet because I was so excited, and that thing took like 2 hours to put together.
See, I
But
also
it was
don't like that it takes you that long
Yeah,
to do
that's crazy. But like the wording was all covered, and like some of them you couldn't read a lick of
I know,
words.
and that's partially I was trying to get them formatted the right way in DaVinci, but it's also partially like all phone screens are kind of different ratios
like
now.
with the
Plus,
iPhone
Insta
with that
puts-
island thing, and
There's
Yeah.
UI over it all, and you don't know where that's going to
Right.
You almost have to screenshot that and design around their UI.
Right. And then I was playing with like, okay, well, I could do like 15-second clips, but then if we have 9 songs, that's over the limit of 2 minutes. And also I found out most social media platforms only push reels that are less than 90 seconds. So our 2-minute clips are way too long.
So we need 1.5-minute clips.
We need 90 seconds with the outro we have. So really we need like
90, 85.
70 seconds.
Oh, it's
about
pretty short.
20-second
outro, isn't it?
outro.
What?
I
think it's
like
5
8
seconds.
maybe, or 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that long. I'm just being dramatic.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I wish algorithms never existed. I wish just stuff got. It's
So I was talking to my buddy who has his own podcast and social media thing he just started. And he's the guy who was letting me play around with Claude I was talking about earlier today. And he sent me this video of like a social media kind of expert, and he said algorithm is a nebulous term that we need to stop using. If you are on socials, replace algorithm with audience. You're trying to find your audience. The algorithm is at play, but the algorithm is trying to guess your audience for you.
right.
And when you target your audience, the algorithm helps you find it faster.
But there's certain things like time. Like your audience doesn't care if you're 2 minutes versus 1.5 minutes, but the
Right.
algorithm favors that. So you
Correct.
have to tailor it to the algorithm.
And what
Correct.
the algorithm thinks I want to see is almost never correct.
Correct.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, some of the stuff is funny, but
Yeah, I
just
guess
because
that's
it's
true.
funny, that's not what I'm looking for necessarily. Like I might
Yeah,
like it, but what I'm on there for isn't those things. Like poop jokes, I think they're funny. That's not what I'm on there for.
But you
when
watch so many of them that it gives you more.
Yeah, when you like it
You
or
have to
spend a
skip
lot
it.
of
Oh,
time
I
on
like
it.
I like almost nothing on Instagram, unless it's
But
like
it-
people I know.
But it knows how long you watch everything.
Right, which is
Yeah.
dumb.
And I send you a ton of great stuff and you never like it all. and I
You
take it
send so
personally.
much stuff that I'm like, there's 19 things here. I can't even start to watch them. And I never have volume on.
Okay, Mr. 54 text messages in one night.
That's called a conversation.
He's right.
Dude, I'm having conversations with humor with my bros, okay?
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's this sample D we haven't done yet from the first batch?
What? Mine or
That's Greyson's.
oh.
From
Oh,
the
I think I
first-
know what it is. That's the first batch?
I think so.
We haven't finished that?
No, dude, this has been sitting on my desk from the first batch forever, dude.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Hopefully.
What is it? You want to tell me real quick?
Are any of our, like, I know you were toying with it last week, Grace, but are any of our samples that we're sending, are they all just blind? Or we're like, hey, we're trying this tonight. This is the sample.
Well, see, that I think we should do some of those.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because
I got a
if we
couple
do
of
all
those.
blind and everybody's like, I know what this is, it's in your title, and I'm going to watch an hour and a half of you guys go, I think it's Indiana.
Yeah. I
That's exactly how you sound when you say that, too. That's exactly how you sound.
except I'm
Also,
like,
this is Threshold.
Hand hammering
dude,
rivets to
you
put it all
guys might
together.
not know, but that YYZ, that's my own personal metal brand.